Fidelity Bank. Over 100 years of community banking built on values. The town of Fuquay Springs was incorporated in 1909. A group of local businessmen came together to create a financial institution. Capitalized with $7,500, the Bank of Fuquay opened on August 10th in a one-room office. The first 6 years, Eugene Howard handled all of the bank's business with the community. He knew all of his customers by name. Good profits were realized throughout the years, and by 1921, capital had increased to $20,000. Robert Prince was hired in November 1922. At the age of 24, he was the youngest cashier in the state. He retired as president 47 years later. Also in the 1920s, there was another bank in North Carolina that was following a similar path as the Bank of Fuquay. Firmly rooted in the community, the Bank of Biscoe was devoted to growing small businesses and providing a stable financial presence. On May 7, 1946, fire broke out in the adjacent building to the Bank of Fuquay. During the fire and the repairs, President of the bank, Robert Prince, opened temporary banking facilities out of his home so customers would have a place to do their banking business. He ensured the availability of services to customers, not only during this time in 1946, but throughout the Great Depression as well. The Bank of Fuquay and the Bank of Biscoe remained strong during and after the Depression. Assets grew, and each bank began to open additional branches to serve neighboring towns. It was in the 1940s that the Robert P. Holding family of Smithfield, North Carolina, purchased an interest in both banks. Robert Holding Jr. went to work at the Bank of Fuquay and eventually served as its president and chairman of the board. Under his leadership and through the bank's growth and desire to reach more people, the first branch office was opened in Cary in March of 1952. In 1959, the bank celebrated 50 years of service to Fuquay Springs. A celebration was held on May 19th and 20th and was attended by hundreds of people. By 1970, the shareholders of these two banks voted to merge the institutions and renamed the corporation Fidelity Bank. Combining the resources of the two small banks allowed for automation of services, the increase of lending ability, and expansion into new communities. Fire again threatened the bank on March 1st, 1977. While the entire front of the block burned, the bank was again saved by high firewalls. That same year, Robert Holding Jr. encouraged and helped plan the new home office of Fidelity Bank in Fuquay-Varina, and subsequently retired when Billy Woodard became president. Unfortunately, Robert Holding Jr. died in 1979 before the building was completed. In 1988, Robert Holding Jr.'s brother, Louis R. Holding, organized Fidelity under a holding company. In the 1990s through the beginning of the 21st century, Fidelity continued to expand its footprint. Today, Fidelity Bank serves over 60 locations across North Carolina and Virginia and continues to position itself for the future.
We are excited about our bright future ahead. Looking forward, we will maintain our culture of sound credit quality and a strong capital base. As we respond to the changes of the future, we will always provide our customers with the exceptional customer service that they deserve. We are proud of our heritage, but it takes a lot more than history to have come this far. It requires trust based on a century of solid banking service and a tradition of sound financial principles. These are the values that will continue to hold true at Fidelity Bank.